Of course.
You mix up the water before you put it in.
No, it doesn't.
What,
I've got to have a fucking stove that works.
bullshit. My mother taught me how to do it. And it's gotta be mixed.
Bit butter.
Two things.
John, would you pick out 3 forks? 4 forks? 3 forks.
Nope.
Of course, this fucking pan is for shit too.
Our children will be real proud when they get to see this in their older age.
Anybody.
Do we have to hear the language?
There is no force.
You were right, there's no forks. You were right here. It just might have to be washed off a little bit, for Christ's sake.
Well,
Can you
Jesus,
handle
we
that?
wouldn't want someone who's almost 60 years old to clean it.
Can you handle that?
Now you may say to yourself, why is it so dark out when the fellows are going to play golf? Notice that it's still dark here in the morning, and later we'll discuss why we have to be at the tee in dark.
You might have to help Doug get his bag out, or
Because you have to do what your elder, the elder brother wants, because he's getting old.
I like to be on time.
If you'll notice, we're on the 3rd hole, and the sun's just coming up. John Colcock's one.
Boy, you always got to take a picture when the bad one comes up.
Now here's Brother Ed's approach. Pete Colcock's one. And here's Michael teeing up the ball, getting his line.
so much awesome power in his swing.
Pete Colcock's one.
Here.
Bring your club with you from now on.
Over the water, Cliff. What happened? The object in this hole is to stay out of the water.
Oh, you got that one. I hope.
Yeah. I'm gonna zoom and see if I can track the ball. Let me know if it goes straight, okay, John?
Yeah.
I can just...
Coming straight, should be right in front of him. It's going right by the tree. And right down towards the middle of the fairway.
Good legs.
The short game. Mike's not happy with his short game. Ed's not going to like that shot.
The finished product to see where everybody's ball is after I get through my short game. Break my weight.
Here, towel. Doesn't have to putt this one. He gets a gimme. Another beautiful day.
Come on down.
I've got another 20 minutes to finish this before Mike gets even close already. Who's got all those balls out there? Here,
Mike's
give me that. Give me that.
sizing up the...
Give me that and go get your ball. I'll take it.
Come on. Nice putt.
Get out of the way, you featherhead.
Come on. We got it halfway.
The camera just scared the hell out of you, Clint, huh?
Boy, I just love the way Mike puts his rear end right in front of that lens.
Oh, all right.
Number one hole on at the Royal Course. That's 481 yards. Took my driver and I put it out around 230 yards, 240 yards, leaving me about a 210-yard shot. I took my trusty 3 and put it green high, but in the trap. Fortunately, I could put out of the trap, but I hit it too hard, and it went probably maybe around 40 feet past the pin. But I took the putter, downhill putt, a little bit of a break to the right, stroked it beautifully, and it went in for a bird.
Okay. All right, Mike, tell us a little bit about your record day.
My record day is that you won't let me speak about the bird again. You don't want to hear anything more about that?
Yeah.
So I just broke 90, played spectacularly, really considering all of the pressure. My drives were perfect, my putting was excellent.
I don't want a copy of this game.
My chipping was a little bit less than perfect, but it wasn't too bad.
Okay, your time's up.
And I played better than my brothers by spades.
Ed, you had a low...
John, who beat you by 4 strokes.
Yeah, but how many mulligans?
I'd just like to say this
two.
is our third
You took one.
year at
So I only beat you by 3
playing at
strokes.
Grand Palms.
No.
This is probably the best I've played this course. I'm improving as we play daily. Tomorrow I'm looking to break 80. That's when
Okay, John, we didn't hear about your bird.
I'll tell you what. I'm looking for a new family. Hey, my lowest score ever recorded in golf.
This is the trip to the pool from the condo. This is Tuesday. We're playing at the Jacaranda Golf Course. Day 4. Still dark. Get a jump on things. Mike, what was the name of the course we played at yesterday?
We played at the Royal Palm yesterday.
And what did we play the day before?
We played Rolling Hills.
Rolling Hills. All right, we got it. Here we are on the first tee, waiting patiently for our turn. Another beautiful golf course.
Did someone pick up my shoes?
Yeah, they're in my cart. You'll notice the sun's not quite up yet. First shot of the day for Ed.
see, it sounded good.
Sounded good. I got another bow.
All right, we're sitting here in Pembroke Pines, getting ready to review some old photographs of the Cogswell family. And the first one held up is of, I don't know. Ed?
This is a picture of Victoria and Michael. Michael was born in 1936. 35.
December 18th of 1935.
And this looks like 1936. It looks like Mike is about 6 to 9 months old. Mom was born in 1917, so this means that she's about 18 years old. This is Master Michael Cogswell. It already gives the date back here. It's August of 1937, so that would make you, what, 2.5 years old. This is a picture of Clint Cogswell, who is our father. He was born in 1913. Michael Cogswell was born on November 10th, 1913. This looks like he's maybe 3, 4, or 5 months old. This handsome young man is Jess Cogswell, and I would say that Jess looks like he's in his 20s. Jess was the grandfather of Clinton Cogswell. He was our paternal grandfather. I'm not sure when Jess was born. He was married to Bridget Costello Cogswell and had 2 children, Thelma and Clinton. Again, I would think that this picture would be about 25, 26 years old.
What did Jess, do you know what Jess did for a living?
Jess was a railroad man.
I believe he was an engineer on the railroad.
What railroad?
On the Lackawanna.
He was always, it was always said that he had a very an engineer who had a very responsible job. That's all I can remember. I can vaguely remember just when I was a small baby, and as I relayed the other day, I can remember one incident where I was in his arms and I was watching, it must have been around the 4th of July, because I was watching a sparkler that he had put up in the corner of our garage at 1129 College Avenue. And that picture there that Eddie's holding is a picture of Bridget and Jess and their 2 children, Thelma and our dad, Clint. Thelma was older. She married a man by the name of Herrick.
Wait a minute now. Who's who in that picture?
There's Bridget.
This is Jess. This
Yeah.
is Bridget.
That's our
Bridget
grandmother.
Costello was
Mhm.
born in Ireland.
You know that for sure?
Yes. This is Thelma, our Aunt Thelma, and this is our dad Clinton. Aunt Thelma, I didn't know very well. She moved away when we were younger, moved to Arizona. She had 2 children.
She had more. I think she had 4 children. Her oldest son's name was Donnie, and I remember playing with Donnie, and they had a farm that they had bought. They originally owned a big home on Lake Street. That home on Lake Street was then, it was right across the street from St. Peter and Paul's Church. And it was
St. Anthony's.
St. Peter and Paul's over on Lake Street.
St. Peter and Paul's was not on Lake Street, Michael. St. Anthony's.
St. Anthony's on Washington.
I'm sorry, no.
St. John's.
St. John's.
St. John's, okay. St. John the Baptist, I'm sorry, St. John the Baptist. And it was subsequently taken over by some fraternal organization, I think. But it was a big home. There's an incident I'll tell you about Thelma that I'm not sure that you remember. Thelma, when she was a young girl, was seriously injured when during the construction of the Izzard building.
Gordon Coy.
Izzard, Gordon Coy. We're somewhat off on our facts as to what it is, but she was injured
That's good.
and received some kind of a financial settlement. I can recall reading a newspaper, an old newspaper article, commenting about the fact that Thelma had received an award as a result of I don't know whether the case had gone to trial or whether it was actually a compromise, but it was a negligence action, and she received some kind of at that time, a fairly substantial settlement. I think Thelma also attended Elmira College, and I'm not sure whether she ever received her degree. Don Herrick, her husband, his father was principal of the George Washington School, and they lived on Walnut Street, approximately, maybe 3 blocks up from our grandmother,
Block and a half.
not home.
I never knew that.
Yeah, there was a grandfather. They lived with their grandparents on Walnut Street, and it was between Rowe Avenue and what was the street north of Fayette, or what was the street where you lived on that first house?
Wells.
Wells. You lived between Wells and Rowe Avenue, about in the middle of the block on the west side of Walnut Street. This is a picture, and it's the only picture that I can remember. Hopefully we have more. I don't know if you can see this, Clint. This is Grandma Budgie, and she is the matriarch.
Now, which one is she at? Is she?
She's our grandma's.
But I mean, in the picture.
I'm pointing to her.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got a focus, I think, a pretty good focus. She's the one right where your finger is on the bottom, your left.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was the mother of our grandmother, Victoria Knott, and she was born in Poland. It's my understanding that she was born in the German section of Poland. I'm not sure whether it's part of Germany now or part of Poland. She came over and resided in Chicago. Her husband, that was the father of Victoria, Aunt Anna, Meal,
And
Anna Mary. He was killed in some sort of disturbance in Chicago. She subsequently brought her family to Elmira. They also had traveled back and forth to Poland. My grandmother said she crossed back and forth 3 times. She remarried. We are kind of uncertain about whether her first husband's name was Grabowski, although I'm pretty certain it was. who her second husband was, I'm not sure what his name is.
No, I think the second
Sec-
husband was
The
Kowalski.
second husband is Kowalski, okay,
The first husband we're not sure of.
okay.
Do you know who the rest of the people in that photo are?
The only one that I recognize is Uncle Bill, and he's right in the middle.
Uncle Bill, our Uncle Bill?
Our Uncle Bill, yeah.
Now, this wasn't Grandpa, Uncle Bill, but our uncle,
Our uncle.
Mom's brother.
Mom's brother.
Yeah, okay.
This is yellowing. It's kind of hard to see. This is Grandpa Knott, who was our grandmother's.
Can you bring that a little closer, and I'll try to get a good focus on that one. You know what, Mike, Ed, you can bring those pictures almost up to the lens, and I can go to a whole new level of focus. If I can find it. There's a way to switch into... I'm almost back up just a hair. Okay.
This is Grandpa Knott and Uncle Bill. And Grandpa Knott, who was originally in the hotel business in Elmira, for reasons that I'm not clear on, got into the gasoline gas station business, and he had a Richfield station that was on the corner of,
Wasn't it because of the stroke?
I'm not sure.
That's-
All I remember was it was near the Keeney Theater, and I don't think any of that is there.
No, there's
anymore.
there was a sign.
Do you know the
There was a
cross
sign.
streets?
Yeah, it was right on the corner of Gray Street
Great.
and now it's Clement Parkway.
Yeah,
There was
Clement
a sign
Parkway.
there that was right on the side of the building that says Knott's Gas Station, and when the paint over it came off just recently, you could see where it said Knott's Gas Station. They repainted it. And it's right behind where the original post office building is.
This is a picture of Grandpa Knott again, and it's a picture of Anna Mary and Aunt Ruth, and it looks like it's at the beach. Okay, this is a picture of Aunt Mame and Uncle Bill. Uncle Bill was our great-grandfather on my mother's side.
No, he was our grandfather's brother.
Isn't that what I said?
No.
Uncle?
Yeah, you called him Uncle, so.
Yeah, he was
But
our
that's
uncle, he
not-
was our great uncle.
Yeah.
Great uncle.
Great uncle.
Yeah. He and Aunt Mame didn't have any children. They lived in Philadelphia for most of their life. I'm not sure what job he had in Philadelphia. Do you know, Mike? And I don't know anything about Aunt Mame's family.
I remember going down to see them one time with Aunt Ruth, and Uncle Bill took me over to watch a Phillies
You took
both of us took Eddie and I over to watch a Phillies
Philly Athletics.
baseball game. And I remember staying at their house and doing the tour of Philadelphia, but I can't recall what job he had.
Aunt Mame lived in the same town where our father
No, that's just-
relatives came from. I can't remember. Remember that picture we had?
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania?
No,